Classic rock album reviews coming right at you.
Hey, SHMACKEMAGOB. No, I'm not talking about presents. Look how cool that is. It was a gift from somebody. How badass is that? I'm talking about my third favorite Led Zeppelin album. Yes, Physical Graffiti, House of the Holy, then this one. This is a great, fantastic album. I love the cover, how you can move it around. You know, and every time that you get a band member, let me get it, there's Jimmy Page. Then you get Jimmy over here. And every time you get a member, you get another image of the member. And there's all this groovy stuff. And you even get like John Paul Jones while you're scrolling before you get to the next member, which is probably John Paul Jones. Let's see. No, it's John Bonham. And John Bonham, you see him here and you see him here. This is a fantastic album. By this time, Led Zeppelin were huge. Their first two albums exploded. They were big in Europe and United States. So this was very anticipated. I was too young. I don't know shit like this, but I did a little reading on it. And it's different. The first two albums are kind of alike. They're kind of sister albums. Bluesy tracks, kind of, you know, hard rock. A lot of people claim it was metal, but no, Black Sabbath started metal. But still, I mean, you had some proto-metals, Communication Breakdown and stuff like that, and Immigrant Song on here. But it's different because the whole side 2 is acoustic. So let's go through the songs. We got Immigrant Song. Let me open it, even though I know the track listing. And it's a cool gatefold. Very trippy album. Starts with Immigrant Song. I mean, such a heavy. That's total proto-metal there. Or you can say heavy metal after the first Sabbath album. You can say it's metal. But it's just, you know, and it's got that Viking theme to it. You know, Hammer of the Gods. We'll find our ships to new land. You know, I look at that scene of Song Remains the Same with Robert Plant on that ship, and I kind of get the vibe of Immigrant Song. It's great. No guitar solo, but it's, how long is it? 2 minutes and 26 seconds of pure pummeling. Relentless. Kick-ass. If I think about it, like one of the, probably the most vicious opening track on any Zeppelin album. Well, also you got to remember Achilles' Last Stand. But love it. The next track is Friends. Now Friends is acoustic-y. It's like the only acoustic-y song on side 1. But it also has a lot of strings that it has this eerie vibe to it. And it's just another awesome song. I love it. And again, this is like mostly, you know, both the first two songs are written by Page Plant. Then the next song is Page Plant and Jones, where it bleeds into Celebration Day. Another great song. More uplifting, more hard rocking. And as you know, it's the title track of the Reunion 07-02 album, when they played the O2 Arena with Jason Bonham. Great song. Amazing song, actually. Then the next one, again, is Page, Plant, and Jones, Since I've Been Loving You. Now that one harkens back to the first two albums, like You Shook Me, and, you know, what's the bluesy song on Zeppelin II? Bring It On Home, you know? But this one's like very, you know, and it's reminiscent. I would say part 2 is T for One. I'm finding any excuse to hold up the obelisk, whatever the hell it's pronounced. And in my opinion, probably the greatest Jimmy Page guitar solo. I mean, he goes off on that song. Amazing, amazing song. And I prefer this version over the Song Remains the Same live version. Alright, then we close side 1 with a rip-roaring tune called Out of the Tiles, which I don't believe they ever played live. I know they played that intro live, and then it would go into, I believe, Black Dog. I think so. But anyway, what a killer ripping song. Very, you know, underrated, I would say. You know, I don't hear it like burnt out on the radio. You know, they don't play it that much on the radio unless it's like Get the Lead Out. Do they still have Get the Lead Out where you're from? I don't listen to radio anymore, but down here they had to Get the Lead Out, and I know many markets had it. And that's the only time you would hear like Out in the Tiles. All right, now you flip the album over and it's all mellow acoustic stuff. Well, not all mellow though, but acoustic-y. Like the first song, and by the way, John Bonham finally got credit on Out in the Tiles. He got credit with Page and Plant. The next song, you know, Gallows Pole, which is a traditional arranged by Page and Plant. And that one is acoustic, but it's more, you know, uplifting, kind of like, you know, not just your little mellow acoustic stuff, but it's awesome. And I remember it was a single for that Page and Plant reunion album of the 90s, where they played it outdoors, which was cool. It's a cool version, but that's the version I love, Gallows Pole. Hangman, Hangman, just so fucking cool. God, I love this album. Can you tell? And then we got Tangerine. Ah, man, you know what, man? And this one is only written by Jimmy Page. And this may be, looking at the track listing, you know, ooh, it's, you know, it's a flip-flop between Tangerine and Immigrant Song as far as my favorite songs on here. One of the greatest Led Zeppelin, like, ballady type songs. It's just beautiful. And I like how, you know, there is some electric in it, electric guitar, but it's really an acoustic. But I like that little bending thing that Page does on that song. Beautiful, gorgeous song. Absolutely love Tangerine. Then the next one is even more mellow, That's the Way, which is Page and Plant wrote that one. And it was played live. I've seen them play it live on some videos. And again, another amazing song. Much more, you know, Tangerine was mellow. That's the Way, it's kind of even mellower, but it has this kind of, man, how can I say it? A little more, you know, muscle, but still mellow at the same time. And I just love the way Plant delivers that song. It's kind of like a melancholy type vocal he does. Awesome. Then we got Bron-Y-Aur Stomp, which is Page, Plant, and Jones, which is more uplifting. There were songs on here that were recorded but not released. Like, well, I mean, it was the only one that was released was the B-side of Immigrant Song, which is and it's a song they play a lot on the radio. Hey, hey, what can I do? Great, great. Again, acoustic-y, but more, you know, heavier, uplifting tune. It packs a wallop for an acoustic song. But Bron-Y-Aur Stomp, the reason I bring up like song, there's another song called Bron-Y-Aur or something like that. I love it. It's an acoustic song they recorded during this period, but they put it on Physical Graffiti. And you can see a little clip of it in Song Remains the Same when they're in the limo going to Madison Square Garden. And then there's a couple songs that ended up on Coda that were recorded during this session. And by the way, I do have the box set. I don't feel like pulling it out, but this is the other album that came in the box set, which some of these songs have no vocals, like Friends have no vocals, and Bathroom Sound has no vocals. I believe that's Out in the Tiles. That's pretty much it. Everything else is, you know, alternative mixes, rough mixes, and so on. All right, so that to me is that's it. That's it, because I lift the needle after that song because I really can care less for that last song. Hats off to Roy Harper. It's a mess. I just don't like it. And Roy Harper, I remember, what was it? Was it Have a Cigar from Pink Floyd that he did vocals on? Anyway, yeah, I don't like that song. To me, it's like, good, leave the worst one for last so I can lift the needle and not listen to it anymore. But that's it, my friends. That's all I wanted to talk about. Led Zeppelin III on this classic rock albums review. My third favorite, man. I absolutely love the hell out of this album. I play it a lot. I do play it a lot. And I lift that needle a lot after Bron-Y-Aur Stomp. And Bron-Y-Aur Stomp, you know, is like not as good as everything else. So it kind of like tapers off a little bit, you know, but I can still hang with Bron-Y-Aur Stomp. But anyway, that's all I want to talk about. Led Zeppelin III. I love the album. It deserves an episode. Shit. All Led Zeppelin albums deserve an episode. And I will get around to doing all of them. Except for Coda. Fuck that album. Sorry. Other than Wear and Tearing, not a fan. Oh, and We're Gonna Groove, that live. That's ripping. 2 really ripping tracks on the album. But that's it. That's all I got to say. So thank you all for watching. If you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And click that little notification bell and you will get notifications. Unless YouTube fucks up and I have nothing to do with it. So, stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and SHMACKEMAGOB.